BAEKHYUN, UMI, El Capitan, do what you do. UMI. Did UMI sing a song with V? Was it V? Why does that sound familiar? UMI. Was it V? Oh my God, that's right?
Fuck it up, like I wasn't good enough. I don't wanna talk, you don't listen. You don't listen. Now that I moved on, you move different. You just moving different. I'm just letting it go now, putting you out now. So do what you do, babe. No, I'm not tripping on you, baby. Do what you do, babe.
This tone that he has, V has a similar tone. The complementariness, the complementation, the complementariness of that vocal tone with her voice is the Chief's kiss. Oh, I love it.
Just give me the time, place, be there for you any night. Wonder about you, what you really like. If you wanna talk, I'm gonna listen. I know we've been distant.
Did I say Chief's kiss? Chef's kiss. What?
But if you want the space, need a minute. Tell me, I'll be with it.
Now it makes sense. Okay, I was really wondering why all of this was her in this 16:9 vertical medium, and he's not reacting to it. Like, she's all over the place, but it's not like he's watching it. And now with that line, it makes perfect sense. Till we're back again and they're up. Okay, got it. Wow. Oof, bro. Their voices complement each other so well. This is going to be so cheesy, but I know some of you will get it. You can at least relate to it at one point in your life, even if you were 9. You're with someone. And I say with, I mean like, you know, like you were young and you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but not really. You just like you told people, right? That's my girlfriend. It just, you don't hold hands, you don't like, you don't even do it. That's my girlfriend. Okay. But like you go outside and you look at a star and you're like, I wonder if they're looking at the same star. I wonder, well, I look at the moon. Oh, I wonder if they're looking at the same moon. You know what I'm talking about? You get that cheesy romantic stuff, right? This is what this reminded me of. Like they're apart and they're like, I'm looking at the same star. Are you looking at it? Yeah, that's our star. Oh, I love you. I miss you so much. Now, back in my day, you couldn't just text them or like send a picture of a star and be like, this is the one I'm looking at. Are you looking at the same one? And they're like, yep. And you're like, nice. We were meant to be together. I'm going to love you forever. Oh my God. You couldn't do that. You had to draw a picture of the star and then put it in a friggin' envelope, stamp. You had to get their address, write your return address, and then actually mail it to them. They got it like 3 to 6 days later. And then you're like, circle yes or no. And then they circle no because they're like, well, which they all look the same. It's so weird. Yeah. So yeah, I totally did that. And that's what this reminded me of. But also, I do have to say, I kind of love that he's just surrounded by toys. Like he's turned into a boy again. And he misses her so much that he's just like, oh God, I'm so bored. I'm going to play with this rocket. I'm going to play with this robot and this ball. We got a lava lamp. Telescope. So he loves the stars and stuff. We got the telescope. We got the paintings back there. We saw the galaxies and the stars and stuff. The moon. Okay. Yeah, she's in the moon. We saw in the very beginning. It's like he's counting down the days till she comes home. Oh, such a pure voice.
You couldn't get it right.
Ooh. And with those, oh, I don't even know. That sound brings me back to those years of young love. Like when you gave somebody a mixtape.
You couldn't get it right.
You're like, song 6 is exactly how I feel when you're like over there in social studies and I can't quite reach you, right? And plus like Brian is sitting between us and Brian's head is like gigantic. So like I can't even, I have to look around Brian's head to see you. It's the worst. But song 6 is how I feel. Yeah, I know some of you get it. Yeah. It's very romantic. Like, Brian, move your mini horse-sized head so I can see my girl. And you're like, and then she's like, and they pass a note back and you circle yes and you pass it back and then you get in trouble. Damn. Good times. Good times. I like it when you get me. Yeah, and song 8 is our future life together. How many kids do you want? Like, girl, I'm 12. What? Give me some time. I don't want to share my controllers with anybody. I am always player 1. Oh, yeah, this is something I don't understand. Why can you say it and not have it, you know, censored, but you gotta block the words? That don't make, and this is not something that this is just from this video. This is everywhere. Why? Are you afraid that a kid is gonna hear it and then understand when they see it that that's what it looks like? That don't make any sense. Anybody know? I don't know.
That wasn't good enough. you don't listen. You don't listen.
Ooh, chills,
Now that
bro.
I moved on, you move different.
I will say, long distance relationships have to be a lot easier now than they were back in the day. Oh, you had to write letters and stuff or send actual photographs. And you couldn't just like, oh, here's a picture of me when I was younger. No, you had to take a picture, bring it to the photo store, and then they print it for you. And then you get it back in a week. And it sucked. But like this doesn't seem awful. I mean, it still sucks, but like sucks less. You get to see each other every day, you know? Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad. Of course, I do wonder though, like, I mean, I know it's not the same as seeing them, but you almost kind of miss the opportunity to actually miss them. I mean, I remember when I was deployed and I was gone for, 6 months, like I'd be lucky if once a week, once every 2 weeks, if I got a chance to like use the DOD line to call FERT, or God, I had to buy a phone card and then I had to like buy minutes. Oh God. Or call collect from Japan. It's the worst. Oh man. Good times. I like it when stuff sparks this kind of conversation. The song feels like love to me, It does. I get that vibe of like, I miss you. I can't wait till you're here, but like you feel the love. It's kind of great. And like I said, their voices are so perfect together. Yeah, the good old phone card, man. Jeez. So when I was in Japan, Fert and I had only been dating. Like we were just dating. We'd only been together for like maybe, oh God, we were dating for maybe 7 months before I deployed. And then I was gone for 6. And then when I came back is when I proposed. And then 7 months later is when we got married. We were both 21. But when we were dating and I was in Japan, because we were young, we were, 20 years old. And we were both like, I'm on one side of the world and I'm in the military. She's here trying to live her life and working a job, going to school, and the time zones do not match up. I know you totally get that. We would just get into arguments, right? Because like we were both like miserable in our own way, but us being young and not even knowing who we are, like we would just get into fights. We'd be on a phone call, like my card minutes would run out. I'm at a payphone using this calling card. Minutes runs out. I'm in the middle of an argument. Oh God, I can't let this be the end. So I gotta call her collect, which means the bill is arising. Oh yeah. And then of course we're on the phone for hours arguing, trying to find some resolution. And then one day she writes me a letter and she said, or no, we might have talked on the phone. Who knows? She got an $800 phone bill. Now, when you're 20 years old, you're going to school full time, you're working minimum wage, which back then was very different. And I'm on my military salary, which was brutal. You're paid every 2 weeks and you're paid not great. $800. Ooh. Crushed us. And to know that it was because we were fighting on the phone, that was rough. Yep. And we paid it, but damn, that sucked. So I do have to wonder if, like that was kind of the curse of how things were back then. And you don't necessarily have to deal with that because technology is very different. And I think that does make it easier. But it does also make me wonder, like when I watch this video, and I can see the contrast between like how it was years ago and then how it is now if you're in a long distance relationship. I do have to wonder, like, what's it going to be 10 years from now? What's it going to be 20 years from now? 25 years from now is when essentially Fert and I were in that mode of dating and falling in love and all that stuff. But 25 years from now, will it be the Matrix? Will we get to put on VR headsets, or, even better, like you just kind of, and then it's like real life and you're in a simulation and it's literally like they're sitting there with you. Yeah, hologram, but like you can feel their skin and then you can sit there and have a conversation with them and it seems like it's real. And then you just go and you pull it off and you're sitting in your car, who knows? It's kind of scary if you think about it. At some point, that point of diminishing returns is going to come, and oh man, it's going to be scary. Yep.